Hello, welcome back. Another warm summer day with temperatures in the mid-90s, close to the record of 98, but not quite there. High clouds off to the east, smooth travel on I-25 this hour. Off to the west, some building cumulus. Isolated gusty storms are in the forecast for tonight. Wind, lightning, and a brief rain shower if we're lucky. So far, it's quiet. 95 at DIA. As I mentioned, the record 98. Downtown, we've been about 97. 98 in Lamar, 100 in Pueblo, 98 in Grand Junction. 90s around Eagle, Aspen, and Vail. So very warm. And here we go. Day number 13 with 90 degrees or higher. And I know this sounds like a lot, but considering where we were at this point in the season last year, we had about triple that number by late July. So, yep, it's warm. It's dry. Humidity values are coming down. Winds are calm out at the airport, mid-90s. In the Gunnison County area for the low-line fire, a lot of wildfire smoke. So an air quality and health advisory alert have been issued for that abundant wildfire smoke, and those with respiratory issues and sensitivities in the lung capacity area need to be very careful in that area throughout the evening and tomorrow. We're tracking moisture coming into that fire zone area, but it's coming in the form of gusty storms with wind and lightning that will not help fire managers. We're seeing this dominant ridge of high pressure allowing some moisture. We've got some thunderstorms developing Colorado Springs, Pueblo to Trinidad, off to the west of Colorado Springs, and then up into Cheyenne. And notice how much lightning with these high base storms that we're seeing this afternoon. Colorado Springs, there was a cell south of that area near Penrose that had some small hail in it. That cell went severe. Few showers moving into Buena Vista, Fairplay, and up towards Steamboat. Still waiting to see if one or two of these storms will cross the Denver area. We've got about a 20 to 30% chance of seeing that happen yet tonight. Storm Prediction Center does not have us in the outlook for severe weather, but wind and lightning, something we can expect tonight and again tomorrow afternoon. This dominant ridge of high pressure has set up record high temperatures and oppressive heat across much of the lower 48. And until this ridge begins to shift east later in the weekend, we'll continue with the same pattern moving through the next 3 or 4 days. And so we start with morning sunshine. Clouds build around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then between 2 and 4, the storms cross. And this will be the area where we might see some pea-sized hail on Friday afternoon. I-76 Fort Morgan out to Sterling. Mid-90s again here, but notice the triple-digit highs off to the east of us, Omaha, Tulsa, Dallas. And again, advisories for excessive heat covering Wichita, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Memphis, back into the desert southwest. Colorado, no advisories for heat today, so that's some good news for us. But the trend for the next week is for above-average readings through the central and southeastern U.S. with slightly cooler conditions coming for our region as we move into the beginning of next week. So tonight, it's all about gusty storms, tracking them as they move quickly from west to east. 1 or 2 might bring a brief shower if we're lucky. Skies clear tonight. Sunny start to the day. Clouds build around 1 o'clock, and then again between 2 and 6 we'll get a cell around Sterling that'll be strong and Kit Carson, but just a brief shower expected here in Denver with a little rumble of thunder. So pretty garden variety for us as we move into Friday and the weekend. As we move to the lows tonight, how about 60s for Denver, Lamar up to Sterling, 50s in the mountains. Highs tomorrow, 94 Denver, 101 in Pueblo, 102 in Grand Junction. 80s for Bailey and Conifer, Evergreen, a toasty warm day there as well. Tonight, an isolated gusty storm early and then clearing. Our low at 63. Tomorrow, quick warm up. Lots of sunshine. We're back in the mid-90s. Very similar to today. Enough moisture that we've got a 20 to 30% chance of getting a rain shower out of those clouds. This trend continues into the weekend. Then early next week, the temperatures come down. The high pressure ridge shifts east. More of that monsoon moisture coming in. 80s for Wednesday and Thursday, along with a better chance of rain from storms. Welcome relief from the heat. And talk about a perfect summer day in the high country. Compliments of Cheryl Jensen.